Hey guys, it's Amanda Willis and I hope you're having a good week. I wanted to jump on with you guys today and I'm going to actually do some leather work while we're talking so you can kind of see some of the things that I'm working on. I pulled, let me turn the camera a little if I can. Yeah, so I pulled a whole bunch of Hey Betty fabulous Fisher bags, whole bunch of leather right here, and what we're going to do today is we're going to make some pin sleeves. So I have some awesome custom pin maker friends, and we make some leather sleeves for them, and for holding their pins there's this beautiful, this is like a matte purple. It's like a deep, it's cool. It's got kind of a gray undertones to it. But I love this leather for pin sleeves because it has this nice soft back. So we're going to do purple. We're going to do, oh, I'm excited. This piece. Okay. All right. So this beautiful like mustard goldenrod color. Look at that variation in there. Isn't that beautiful? So this one, as you can see, it has a little more reflection. It's got a glossy finish. Again, really nice soft suede back. We're gonna do red. So here's a tip we use, which we need to buy some more. So I need to remind Mr. Willis, because Garrett is so good at ordering things, to order us some more Velcro. We get it on a big spool, and then that's how we hold our sides of leather together, keep it organized. Hey, Ian Varner, how are you, mister? Saw you and Penny last night at Artisan Advancement Collective, and that was so good. So we have some red. I'm going to do all kinds of fun colors. So what we're working on right now is I'm going to punch out some pin sleeves. This is our pretty green. Look at that money green right there. Yes. So this order is, we're actually working on 2 different orders right now for custom pin makers. And so one of them is, and we'll see how much making I get done. We love these boxes from the Container Store. So this is just the standard shoe size shoe box. And I have all of my pin sleeves in process. So this is a cool black. So it's a glossy black. It's really sexy actually. And then here's in the blue. So all of these I have done. Obviously I have them sewn. Hello, Nature Focus Now. Thank you for your help this morning. Nature Focus Now is very good at the weather. And so we were asking him this morning about his predictions for the weather the next. So here's that green pin sleeve. So the things that I have left to do on these are, I have them obviously all sewn. So I'm going to pound these stitches down and then finish the edges, and they will be ready to go to Florida to Jason Olson at Right Turns. So excited for him to get some colors. Jason had done the custom pin for the Black Pin Society. So if you're familiar with fountain pens, that's like a really cool little group. And we made him pin sleeves for those black pins for the Black Pin Society. And so now we're getting him some other colors. But this whole grouping that we're working on today is for Dave Dollar custom pins out of the Woodlands. So this is a pretty brown. It's got a lot of nice red undertones. We call that one Cognac. So a lot of these leathers, oh, I already showed you the green, but as you could see, the green, where did it go? It's so little that I was like, okay, I'm getting out my, so this is all that we have left of this side. So I went and grabbed my other one just in case. And okay, let's get started. So I have you over here. Also, we made a change in the studio. This is our clicker press, and we just moved it to the center of this bench. So I feel like we're liking it a lot because we have enough room to fully go back with it, and we're not running into things like the burnish or sander every time we punch out. So this was like, I think it was our second big tool that we purchased. And so that was back in the day when Grit Mercantile was literally just this bench. So I'm thinking we should start with the yellow. Should we start with the yellow? Okay. I feel like it's like, oh, the magic of TV. I actually have one set of yellow already punched out because I wanted to send him this color and give him an idea. So we already have one. And let's see, he's going to do, I have another of the matte purple. So we have a glossy purple too, but so that's this one. So you can kind of see the difference there. All right. So Dave, you're getting this one and this one. All right. Let me grab my paper because otherwise I won't know. And you can follow me around the studio. Let's see, do I have it over here? Did I cover it up? I covered it up. What's under all this? That's my orders. Okay. All right. I hope the sun behind me isn't too crazy. If it is, I might change you guys around and be looking the other way. So how are you guys doing? We're in Central Texas. We're here. We're kind of getting ready. Everybody's basically going to do the fun Central Texas run to the grocery store to get like the things that you don't really need. Sometimes I feel like after COVID we get more things than we need. You know, like we know now to get toilet paper. We know now to get some of these other like more shelf stable things, but we still will get, you know, eggs and milk and things like that won't necessarily keep if the power goes out. All right, so this is called a clicker press. This one's from Tandy Leather. We bought it years ago. It has seen a lot of work, and then we just have a additional cutting board for when we're doing shorter stamps. But this is our main surface on here. I'm gonna tilt you guys so you can see a little bit. And then we have a toolbox right here where I keep our dies. So we're doing 2 different sizes of pin sleeves. And I have 2 different dies from 2 different die makers. So this one is from Milwaukee Steel Reel Dies, and this one's from Bradshaw Steel Reel Dies. They're both really great. So we've been preferring Justin's lately. Shout out to him. He's a big hustler. He will get things going, and we're able to order some of the dies a lot faster through him, which is really helpful for us to keep up with our production. Okay, now let me look. He wanted 4. Okay, so I'm going to, all right. I'm deciding how I'm going to lay this out. The cool thing about these, if you've never seen this before, the nice clicker dies you can see through, so I can minimize the waste on the leather. And as a small batch maker, you also get the benefit of, let's see, checking this. You know, I'll make sure that I choose like good parts of the side. And then I go through and I'll match them up before I even like put them together. So there's one side. So each we need 2. So we need a total of 8. Let's see. So what are you guys, do you have any questions for me? What are you up to this week? Let's see. All right. I'm going to have to do a double count once I do all of this just to make sure. I also like to make at least one extra, but you can see here it's very, very fine, the area that I'm not cutting out, so I'm wasting very little leather, which is fantastic. Leather is, as you know, a natural material, and we like to really honor it and use it to the best of our ability. Okay, I don't like to waste it. Okay, 2, so we have 3 so far. I'm probably taking time, so I'm just lining it up. There we go. And I want to say Chirp and Charm Shop joined. Hey, welcome. We are cutting out pen sleeves for a custom pen maker out of the Woodlands, Dave Dollar Custom Pens. So this is a yellow goldenrod color, kind of almost a mustard. Yeah, let's see. I have Ian is working on more knife sheaths. I have one that's going out to a charity with a knife out in Mississippi. Awesome. So I got to see last night, Ian Varner was showing me a knife that he is building, which is really, really cool. You know, if we're makers and we like to make things, and I feel like good different projects like that are really good at stretching us, and so I'm a big fan of that. Let's see. All right, we have counting the one I had already done. Now we have 4 of the full-size pen sleeves, so I'm going to go ahead and cut 2 more just so I have extra. And let's see. And then I will show you guys the cool pattern of it. I have to be a little careful when I'm lining this up, because if I get too close, it will cut out exactly. Okay, so we're done. Look at this. Isn't that cool? So what I'll do is I just go ahead and trim this all off, and it will be ready for the next thing. So we used this leather here. Let's see, I'll have to, I think it's like a, let's see what thickness of this is. I think it's 2 to 3 or 3 to 4. It's 4. It's 4 ounces. So that's what this little tool is. It's a gauge, a leather gauge. So I'll show you. Let me see. I'm going to have to try to do it for the camera before. Okay, so down, and then you can see the little dial, and that will show us the thickness of the leather. And then there's a lot of things that go into, as you can see, this leather is nice and floppy. That's a really good thing for these pen sleeves and other things. Like we can make our little wristlets out of this. And there are other bags and things like that that we need a little bit more structure. So that wouldn't be a good choice for those. Okay. Oh, I put it up and I need to make pockets. You know what? We're still going to move on to another color. We'll just do that. Okay. Let's do purple. All right. So he wants 3 of these, so I'm going to go ahead and make 4. You can see where I've cut some out previously. It is nice and sunny today, and yet I'm getting all of these alerts that there's ice and snow coming. It is odd living in Central Texas sometimes. So I already have these 2, so now we have 3. Okay. Do you guys want a little closer? I can show you. I'm going to try to pull you a little closer. You can see more of the action. Okay. So as I'm doing this, I'm wiping it off, but I'm also like feeling with my hands the texture of the leather. Being a natural material, sometimes there are bug bites and things like that that are weaken parts of the leather, and so I'm just double checking before I cut that there's no blemish like that that would affect the actual product. And sometimes there can be pretty deep wrinkles, depending on where you are in the side of the leather. And it's just very different than fabric. Fabric, you can pretty much, I mean, depending on the style of fabric, you can pretty much bet, like, it's pretty consistent. Obviously, if you have something that's more of a, stretch knit, you're going to have this stretch. If it's like totally jersey, you're going to have 4-way stretch. And then you have others that just have 2-way stretch. You have to deal with stretch and things like that with leather as well, but it's not. There's more variation. So, I don't know if this is even interesting to you guys. But I was just like, I have to get this done. I want to go live with you. So you can really see the behind the scenes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Those are good. Look at that, pretty. And they're each and every one of them is different. Okay, we're good on that. Okay, before I put this up, I'm going to go ahead and cut the smaller size, which is for pocket size pens. So that's all that remains. If I were hand cutting that, I would actually use more leather. I would waste more leather. So we're going to switch to this die. So this is the Bradshaw steel rail dies. And this is a little smaller. Okay. Right. So let me show you the size difference. I'm going to show you against the yellow so you can actually see it. Okay. Pretty good size difference. Okay. Okay, so Fabulous Fisher Bags is sharing the ice and snow with us. So thank you. I was starting to wonder. I was like, I know that the cold weather will come. Just like, when is it actually going to come? Usually it's the first 2 days of February that are ice days for us, and that's when it's really fun. Being Central Texas, to just stay home and watch the local news and watch the people that were brave, I'm not sure, brave maybe enough to get out and see them sliding all over, especially downtown Austin is pretty hilly, so cars will just slide all over the place. I feel bad for those people, but it's also quite entertaining. Okay, we have 3. Let me double check our numbers. Okay. Yeah, he just wants one of these, so we're gonna make 2. Alright, get those. Then single digits up here. Woo! We will not get into the single digits. That's, there have been a few times, like when it was really, really cold, we were in the teens here, but I don't think, unless my memory serves me wrong, that's what we have left, that we got into the single digits. All right, we're done with the purple. We're making progress, you guys. Okay, since we did that, what do we think? Let's do red. It's Valentine's Day is coming up. And we are going to do a show at Kalahari Resorts in Round Rock on Valentine's Day. And so this morning I actually was out shopping. I was getting some things to decorate our booth. I have some ideas. I've been searching. I always try to think of things that will be elevated in style, but also make a big impact. And also there's like several different, I have to think about, like elevated style, big impact, portable, somewhat inexpensive, or can I do it with a lot of the things that we already have? And then is the portable, yes, but like packable, and can I reuse it? So I got some things today that I'm going to be able to reuse, and I'm excited about that. I think it's going to be a good direction, and it'll be fun. And I'm probably also going to be updating and decorating our booth at the Merc a little bit, because it needs a little bit of Valentine's love, I think. So I am excited about that. I also, and I'm excited about, which is one of my favorite things actually, is helping people surprise others with our leather goods as gifts. And so I'm looking forward to that. I really, really enjoyed that in the holiday time and Christmas time. And so, yes, leather goods are fantastic gifts for Valentine's Day. And we make all of our leather goods right here, as you can see, here in Central Texas, just north of Austin. Let's see. 3. getting better, you guys, at doing stuff and talking. It's a challenge. Two. Oh, I was very close on that one, but it was still a good cut. Let me show you guys. So I was a little too close. Can you even see it? Yeah, like that, very thin. Okay, red. So we're doing 3, so I want to do 4. And let's see. Some, oh, Mr. Willis is coming home, and you hear Shopdog Enzo saying hello. So I wonder if Garrett realizes that I'm on a live, but we'll find out. I will let him know. Enzo, are you so excited? You're so excited Daddy's home? Enzo, you want to come say hello? Or are you going to say hi to Daddy? We like to say that he's really my dog, but he does love his daddy. And let's see, I think he figured out that I'm on live because I'm talking, and hopefully not just to myself. But there we go. Look at that. Just a little bit. Yes. Okay. We have 3 of those. I'm going to make 1 more. Okay. Some cool natural marks right over here on the leather. Okay, that one didn't. I will trim this one so you see it didn't cut through all the way, so I'll put that one aside and I'll trim that. Probably my placement on the press. Right. Oh, looks good. Go. All right, now how many of the red? Okay, so now we're going to switch to the pocket size. I just hope everybody stays safe with the weather coming. All right, one pocket. Okay, let's see, and it's 2:30. I gotta keep an eye on the time. I think Enzo might be getting a treat. He knows his daddy's a sucker for giving him treats. So, like I said, this is just the beginning steps of this process. After this, we always I'll go through and I'll select which pieces go the best together, the front and the back. And then next step is we'll do a brand, and we have a special brass stamp for Dave Dollar Custom Pins, so we get to put his individual logo on these, which is fantastic. And then there's a lot of steps to it. Then I will glue them and mark them and then sew them, and then after I sew them I will pound down the thread, and then after that, I finish the edges and you have beautiful custom pen sleeves. So yeah, there's a lot of steps in leatherwork. Even when you do things like this that save time, I like to do things in batches, which also helps. You still have a lot of steps too. So, okay, we have a set of 3. All right, that's good for that. All right, and I'm gonna see them all together so far. If I were to like hand cut all of these, it would take a lot of time. Isn't that fun? There's still more over here. Yeah. All right, here's our red. So yes, we have some pretty cool tools, but then there are also ones like this, like our leather scissors, that just a very basic tool, but it's very important to have around. There's our red. Red is done. What do we have left, guys? We haven't done green yet. Let's do green. Okay, so this is all we have left of this side. And let's see. I think I'm going to go this way. Yes, okay, look at our numbers. 3, okay. I'm gonna turn my die over so I don't. Oh, here's a good example, you guys, of a natural mark in the leather. It's actually like a cut that was on the cow, and so that's something that like I'm always checking to see if there are things like that that I need to work around, because that would be, wouldn't have the full, see if I can kind of get it in that sunlight for you guys. Do you see? Yeah, I wouldn't want that on a pen sleeve. But if I was like a major manufacturer, I probably wouldn't even think to look. I would just stamp it all out. And that's one of the cool things that you get with a smaller business. A little bit more care on detail and a little better quality. Okay, let's see. I think I can cut it. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna try to go around it. This is also, like I said earlier, this is where it's really good to have the clear acrylic. Let's see, how do we do? Yep, we did it. Yay. All right, now I have to work around this part here. Make sure. Okay. Do you guys have any questions for me or anything you want to share? You can pop that in the comments. Okay, just double checking. Looks really good. If I was doing this and I wasn't on camera, I'd be much faster. But I get to hang out with you guys, so bonus, right? Okay. Alright, I personally love this color for Dave Dollar custom pins because it really is like a money green, and I just think that's so cool with his last name being Dollar. And then his logo also has a fountain pen nib on it with a $sign, which is really fun. I don't have it right here, else I would show you. You know what? I do have, I may have another pen sleeve that I made for him with it. Actually, I think I do. Let's see, what number are we on? 1, 2. So that's an F for 3 right there. Let's do 2 more of this size, and then I'll show you his logo. And his wife, Judith, is an incredible artist as well, and she does like urban watercolors, and they're really, really cool. And Dave made, she likes to use the fude nib on the fountain pens for her watercolors, and her husband made a specific pen body. Dave, I want to say that it's called the Liberty, I think, if I remember correctly. And it fits the fude nibs, which is really cool. Okay, that's 4. That. Okay, let me see. I think I have them here. Yes. The toolbox right here. Lots of good drawers. Oh, yay! I do. Okay, so this is one. See, it's a fountain pen nib, and then it's going to be hard for you guys to see, but that's a little $sign in there, which is really fun. I know one of the shows that Dave is getting ready for is the Little Craft Fest in Houston, which is, I believe it's in April, and I am hoping that we can go attend it, and we're going to be working on making some more pen related products this year. We've been honing in on our journals, and of course we got our pen sleeves down and things like that, but I would love to do that show in 2027, so getting into more of those and doing some pen shows would be really fun. Okay, let me move this over. Make sure. All right, so these are all of our full standard size, and now I'm doing our pocket size. And how many of these do I need? 2. Okay. There's a really cool little brand here in this leather right here. It's actually an S, which is, it's like an SZ. This leather comes from Mexico, and Mexico, they have a lot of brands that are really cool on their cows. So if you like brands on your leather goods, Mexican leather is a good option. That's going to be really cool for somebody. So it's got that brand. Do you guys see a little bit right there? And then I'm going to capture the rest of it, I think, on this one. Hi, Mama Goldfuss. It's nice to see you. We are making some custom pen sleeves today for custom pen makers. There's the rest of the brand. Do you see? So that will be a really cool pen sleeve for somebody. Let's see. 4 and okay. actually, I'm really loving where we have this clicker press now. Didn't realize how much I was like trying to get out of the way of the sander and how that was affecting where I stood and how I stood, which this machine requires a lot of good core strength. And if you're not doing it right, you definitely feel it, or if you're doing a lot of it. Yeah, so I'm glad we moved it over. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I think I can get one right here. Let's see. All right. And I gotta go in just a minute, but we have a little bit of people coming in right now. We have Little Outlaw Leather. Hello. We are making custom pen sleeves today. Let's see. 2, 3. Okay, I think that's good. Yes. All right, we have that's all that remains from that. Well, we still have some usable leather here, so, but it's a lot smaller. Okay, I think like one more round of that. Actually, I think it's pretty small, but I don't know if we would even get our jean wristlet pouches from this anymore. But look how little it is and cute now. Let's see, I moved that. Okay, we do need blue and we need blue. So we started with our matte purple, our yellow, our red, have our green, and I think we're gonna have to press pause because I have to get going. And I'm so glad that you guys joined us. And if you haven't yet, go visit our website. It's gritmercantile.com and sign up for our VIP list. You'll get 10% off, and that works for leather goods. It works for digital patterns, also acrylic templates. We also do some custom bulk and B2B work. We do custom hats. We can do a lot of things. So reach out to us if you have any questions, and I will see you next Wednesday. I hope you guys have a good weekend and stay warm and stay safe.